Hey, welcome back to another episode from Life for Living Well. Before I dive into the topic that I have for us this week, so I'd like to quickly say my name is Richard, and I would like to share with you some of the exciting things that happen in the community website. If you'd like to check out what we do weekly or the article that we release every week, you can even sign up for it, and it's free. So just put your email into sign me up, or if you like to reach out with questions or giving us an update, you can also use the contact us form on our website at www.lifeforlivingwell.com. And we have different stuff there. We have the podcast that we release every week, also display on the website. And we also have the article that we release every week. And also we have a newsletter that go out with those who sign up and subscribe to the community. So we are a community of people that focus on personal growth and help us to be accountable for each other. So let's dive in without taking much of your time. So this week, the topic I'm looking at is what I call 5 money habits of a winner. So by the end of the topic, hopefully you will find one or two things that you can relate to. So let's dive into it. As we normally do, we take one inspirational individual with their inspirational quote and then we build around it. So this week I'll be taking from Aristotle, and he put the habits this way. Quality is not an art, it is a habit. So that's what I like to describe it. That if you say things that you really like, it's not someone just put it together just to disorientate you or hypnotize you. It is just the way they have refined themselves, and it takes a lot of practice. So there's another day, very few months ago. I was walking in the park early in the morning, like 6:30 in the morning. It was the summertime. It was bright, and I can see this young man was do series of art pumping skills with skating board, and he was throwing himself on the sky, and he find himself off balance, and he would try it again, he would try it again. So if that young man continue doing that, he will be surprised when he demonstrate or display these skills in front of hundreds of people that they have not fortunate to see the amount of energy and time investment that he put into practicing, and that practice become an art. So when he demonstrates it in a way that everybody open their mouth thinking like he's going to get himself out, and he pull himself back, he's going to be amazingly with a clap, with intriguing how he does that. But quality is not an art, it's an habit. So it's an habit of practice that the individual have put into it. And if you think about it today, there are many articles, even books written about how to be successful, steps for a successful life and living. So there's thousands of books like that out there. However, few of these resources truly provide insight into what makes an individual a winner. So, in my own view and opinion, it takes self-awareness of our actions and intentions to even try to change a habit. So if you find out that some particular habit is not helping you to get what you want to get, maybe you are perpetual procrastinators. So there is a word in Spanish that says mañana. So everything you want to do, you say you will do it tomorrow. Everything you want to do, you say you do it tomorrow. So, oh, do you want to try this now? I will try it tomorrow. So you say Mayana. So, and then they don't bother you. And then tomorrow come, they ask you again, you say Mayana. So, and you never do anything. But if you don't have a self-awareness, how this behavior habit is screw you up or being disruptive to your life, there's no way you will take an action to change it. So developing a new good habit require a genuine desire to do so. And if you think about it, throughout history, various accounts from historian record, textbook of fairy tale for several cultures have explicitly illustrated the importance of intentional money habits. And we will be able to look at those few points that I put together, that I extracted from those books. Not everything available to us is easy or can help us become a winner. Let's focus on the brief habits winners follow in the morning. And these habits are documented in their own autobiographies and is cover areas such as businesses, leadership, athletics, how to handle the money, and so many other areas. But in order to short the time, not take too much of your time for this podcast, let's quickly look at the 5 things that the winner demonstrate in the morning. Number one, they wakes up early. This doesn't mean that people that work late in the night, they call them night hawk, mean that they are not successful. In fact, there are many people that are like this and they are very successful. They get a lot of things done for themselves late in the evening. But the majority of people are early riser, and there's a reason for this as well. So they wake up early. Why it makes sense to do so? So you have time to detox, relax, and be passionate toward your goals. We often underestimate the power of a calm and are accustomed to multitasking, rushing, and constant distractions. So, what our personal experience here is for someone like myself, it's always been very helpful for me to get up early. Not necessarily that I focus to get something done. It just means that it was the time of that morning, maybe the first 2 hours of wake up. It was the time that I actually focus on myself, do things for myself. And I have few stuff that I personally do in this period. Maybe when I wake up, let's say taking a glass of water, sitting quietly for a few minutes without roaming my mind around. And it's amazing how insight, inspiration flow to the mind when everything is quiet. And also it's a time that I catch up with the books that I am reading and I want to spend some few minutes or an hour to read it, even writing. And before I even begin to think about the work for that day. So I've already had the first 2 hours of the day to myself to do the thing that I really enjoy to do, whether I decide to go for a run in the morning or go for a walk in the morning. And all those things are the things that I love to do. And because I create the time to do it, it also influence my emotions, my actions, my response throughout the day, which is also benefiting my work at the same time because it makes me fully alert and awake. Number two, winners create a buffer between their personal interest. So it is important to separate what you personally love, what is personally belong to you, and your work interest. And money have a unique quality where focus and clarity of purpose are usually at their peak. And number three, set clear and measurable and achievable goals. So there is power in writing down your goals or tasks. Doing so significantly increases the chances of achieving them. Setting realistic yet demanding goals beyond your comfort zone is vital. And most importantly, they should be measurable at the end of the day. Another point that you will notice about the money, the habit that winners develop for the money is they learn something new. How do they do that? They read, they write, they take a class, they observe. Someone once said that there is no much advantage between those who cannot read and those who do not read. And this is probably true if you think about it. The constant distractions from notifications, social media, and SMS messages hinder our ability to focus for more extended periods. And at the end, we are not really producing or making things as we wanted it to happen. Another thing that waking up in the morning habit will do for you is you may be able to embrace what people call meditation or silent mind. And this could go between 5 to 10 minutes, or if you are a seasonal practitioner of this, you might even find yourself spending 30 minutes, 1 hour doing it. So, in a world that becomes louder by the hour and day, finding solace and silence within is a treasure. There are many ways to approach meditation or silence, so find one that suits your preferences. Even so, it could take you 1 minute. One of the things I observed when I went to Japan is some people on their way to work, they will just suddenly stop in front of the temple and they will bow their head and they will make a silent meditation in front of the temple for around 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes, and they will be carrying on with their way to their work. It's amazing how someone who say spare an hour, spare 2 hours, so you don't necessarily, if you can make a great spiritual philosopher once said, if you can quiet your mind for a few minutes, you bring the whole wide world under your feet. And there's a reason for that. Because we have so many distractions, chatter, words, other people, voices in our mind. And if we are overly accommodating it, overly attached to it, it could also damage us beyond our own control. The last extra point I put into this list is what I call focus work. Never underestimate the importance of focus work. Winners often tackle their most critical tasks in the morning while others are still sleeping. The idea behind focus work is to block out distractions and interruptions. And many writers, for example, choose serene countryside location to do their creative work. And if you are not fortunate enough to get away, you can still minimize the distraction proactively, like setting your phone to flight mode during the hours you are looking for focused work. Work when your household is quiet and there are fewer or zero distractions. So finally, when you consistently engage in these habits for a number of years, you will see a positive change in your world. Many people talk a good talk but fail to take the right actions. I hope this message helps someone. Even if it's only one of these habits you can put into your life, you may not need to wait for years before you start seeing the benefits, and it will cascade to other areas of your life. If you just pick one of these habits and you research a little bit more about it, what actions and steps you can take to develop it. You might even join a nearby or find a club or groups around you that will motivate you, making you accountable to continue to work on it until it become things that come natural for you. I hope this message helps someone. Until we meet again, please stay safe and have a wonderful week. Thank you for your time. Ciao.